Hi everyone, what's going on? Welcome back with me Nathan. A new day means a new AI coding tool, and in this video I want to show you a cool open source AI coding agent that runs from the terminal. Let me introduce you to OpenCode. So just yesterday I found this awesome AI in the terminal tool called OpenCode. It's a powerful AI coding agent built to run in your terminal just like Claude Code or Gemini CLI. Now, what sets this tool apart from other similar tools is that the code is fully open sourced and it's based on the Go programming language, which is known to be fast and stable. What's more, OpenCode supports all kinds of model providers, unlike Claude Code, which exclusively support Claude, and Gemini CLI, which can be used only with Gemini models. Here, you can see that OpenCode supports a variety of AI models from different providers, including OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, AWS, Grok, and so on. One more important difference is that the terminal user interface was built using Bubble-T, which is a powerful framework for developing beautiful and user-friendly terminal apps. Here's a quick demo of the interface. As you can see here, the interface feels better, more modern, and easier to navigate. Bubble-T adds nice styling, smooth animations, indicators like a spinner, and more intuitive input prompts. So if you're someone who's a bit intimidated by the old school, ancient look of terminals, this refreshed and friendlier UI might just reduce your anxiety. Besides that, there are also features you would expect from an AI terminal tool, such as MCP support, ability to choose external editor for editing files, which is useful if you don't like to edit code in the terminal. It also stores conversations and sessions in a database so that you can resume your conversation at a later time. It also tracks file changes and includes language server protocol to detect errors in your code. All in all, OpenCode is a clean, minimal, and fully loaded tool that makes it easy to interact with various AI models to get your coding tasks done. Whether you're building apps, making changes across your codebase, or debugging tricky errors, OpenCode brings AI right into your terminal to help you move faster and smarter. Now, all of this sounds great, so let's jump in and see just how well OpenCode actually performs. Now, before we get into the exciting part, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just click on the subscribe button down below, and please help me reach 100,000 subscribers by the end of this year, as it will mean a lot to me, making me feel more excited to create useful videos just like this one. So to install OpenCode, there's a couple of methods listed here for different operating systems. You can use Homebrew if you're on Mac OS or Linux. If you're on Windows, you can use WSL, or install directly as Go packages, which means you need to have Go programming language installed. Now, I found the easiest way to install the tool is to just use the provided install script here. It uses curl and bash to install the tool, and all operating systems usually already have them. So just copy this install script and then open your terminal or command line, then paste the script there, and press enter. This will install OpenCode on your computer, and once it's installed, you need to configure it first before you can use it. Now if you try to run OpenCode immediately, you will see this OpenCode command not found error, so first you need to restart the terminal so that you can run the tool. And here, if you try to run OpenCode again, you will see this error saying coder agent not found, and that is because you need to set the configurations first. Here in the GitHub repo, we can see that it says OpenCode looks for configuration in the following locations. So we have to make sure that the configuration is set up correctly. If we scroll down a bit, we can see the JSON structure that's expected by OpenCode. So let's just copy this example config, and then back in the terminal, run the cd command, followed by the wave or tiled symbol here. This is to navigate to the home directory. Now run the touch.opencode.json command to create the JSON file, and then run code.opencode.json to open the file in VS Code. Okay, so now we can see the file in VS Code. Let's update the configuration here using the one we copied before. Now notice here that in the provider section, we need to put API keys to those providers. So please make sure you put the API key in the provider you want to use. You can delete the rest of the providers that you're not using, as you don't have to keep them all here. Save the changes and then go back to the terminal. Now we can try to run OpenCode again, but since OpenCode can't be run in the home directory, you need to move somewhere it has permission to run. For example, I will move to a playground folder in my desktop, which has more loose permissions, and then I will run OpenCode here. Now when OpenCode is running for the first time, it will ask you to initialize the project first, which means it will create a markdown file for the project description and context. It will also create a database for sessions and logs as well, so just select yes here, and then let OpenCode work on the initialization for a while. It will scan your project for files and folders. And now it wants to run some tools, so just allow it. And now it wants to write a file, a markdown file, so let's just allow it again. Now once the initialization is complete, we can start chatting with the AI model. So let's say hey here and press enter. Okay, it seems that the OpenCode team and my terminal team here is in conflict, so we can't see the text generated on the screen. I think I will try to run OpenCode in VS Code next to show you how it all works. Okay, now we're in VS Code here, and I have the same playground folder open on the side. Here, I will open the terminal and then run the OpenCode command. Alright, it seems the OpenCode team has no problem in VS Code here, so let's initialize the project again. And here's the log that's invisible before. Now we can see it, so it's definitely a problem with my terminal. So I will skip a bit to when this generation is finished. Alright, now the initialization is done. Here we can see the OpenCode markdown file on the Explorer, so let's open that. There's actually nothing special here, it's just the commands and code style for a generic JavaScript project. But with that done, now we can start interacting with OpenCode. I will just say hello here, press enter, and now we can see the reply in OpenCode, which is very nice. Alright, now that OpenCode is running, let's try to create something with it. So I'm just going for a simple test here, build a landing page for a SaaS company using HTML and Tailwind CSS, press enter to send the prompt in, and let OpenCode work on it for a while. And now after a moment, OpenCode suddenly wants to write the HTML file here, so you can't really see how it works on the task live, which is what we usually see when we use VS Code extensions like KiloCode or Klein, where the AI agent opens a window and then generates the code in that file. Okay, so just allow it here, and then we can see the index.html file on the Explorer here, so let's open it in the browser. And here's the landing page generated by OpenCode. It's just a generic landing page, but now we can see how the AI works in OpenCode. And finally, OpenCode also has useful shortcuts to help you perform actions and change the settings. You can press Ctrl and question mark to open the shortcut table, and here we can see those shortcuts. In my experience, the useful ones are Ctrl L to open the logs. Here we can see all previous interactions with OpenCode, and then Ctrl S to switch to other sessions in the current project. And then Ctrl K can be used to run commands such as initializing OpenCode or summarizing the current session. Ctrl O is used to change the AI model. Here we can see all supported models. If you add more API keys, then this list will be expanded. To change the theme of the terminal, you can use the Ctrl T shortcut. Here, you can select the theme you want to use in OpenCode. For example, let's select Dracula here, and you can see that the interface theme has been changed. If you like this video and would love to support the channel, you can consider donating to my channel through the Super Thanks option below. Or you can consider joining my YouTube membership, where you can use this channel's emojis, get early access to new videos, plus a lot more. But overall, that's how you can use OpenCode to bring AI directly in your terminal. I have to say, the OpenCode UI is very polished. It's definitely something that's intuitive and useful for many developers. Compared to similar tools like Claude Code or Gemini CLI, OpenCode is definitely more user-friendly and easier to use, especially with all of its shortcuts. It is something that you can easily start in your IDE, initialize a project with a single click, and then start coding immediately. OpenCode also has support for MCP and LSP, which makes it able to detect errors in your code syntax and use advanced tools. If you want to give it a try, you can check out its GitHub repo, which I will link in the description below. And now we have come to the end of this video. So, what do you think about OpenCode? I encourage you to try it out for yourself and let me know about your experiences. I hope you all enjoyed today's video and get some value out of it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I will join the conversation and reply as often as I can. If you're new to the channel, Code with Nathan is a channel dedicated to simplify complex tech topics so that you can master them easily. Make sure you subscribe if that's something you find interesting. This video, turn on the notification bell, all the good stuff as it helps this channel to grow. With that being said, thanks again for watching until the end. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in other videos. Bye bye!